Mike Costello will commentate on Anthony Joshua's upcoming fight. Credit Getty Images. Mike Costello is BBC Radio's main commentator for the upcoming Anthony Joshua fight and a judge for the BBC's Young Commentator of the Year. That contest is open to budding sports broadcasters aged between 11 and 15, and the winner will get a chance to commentate on a live Radio 5 program. Costello, in the opinion of this writer, is as good as it gets in sports broadcasting, so here are the tips from the top. Costello on enthusiasm. Above all, you need passion. If you are not feeling and showing that, you cannot expect your audience to feel it. Costello on the powers of description. On radio you are painting a picture, on TV you are supplementing a picture. Sometimes commentators stray from those two fundamentals. You'll hear someone on telly stating the bleeding obvious, or you'll hear someone on the radio say look at that, although that does tend to be pundits rather than commentators. Costello on experience. We're looking for young people who have passion and are great at describing action. The third vital quality, we do not expect them to have it yet. That quality is experience. The best, they have seen a lot, and they can put what they are seeing now into context. If Martin Tyler or John Motson says that is one of the greatest saves ever made, you know it really means something. It's exciting to be involved in the Young Commentator this year because we're celebrating 90 years of sports commentaries on the BBC. Radio has changed surprisingly little. The listener is still blind. Costello commentated on Mo Farah's historic 5,000 meters win in 2012. Credit PA. Every commentator has to find their own way. With someone like Joshua, I have spent a lot of time around him, so much of the background is embedded in my mind. I will talk to the trainer Robert McCracken, and find a time I can go up to training camp in Sheffield. You want to be at as many of the set-piece events as possible. You get the atmosphere, the rumors around the fight hotel, the opinions. As you get closer, it is about scribbling the pertinent notes down. Every commentator finds a way that suits him or her as to how much you need. In the early days you do worry about drying up when there is a big moment. It's all about being prepared. These are Costello's notes from before Frock vs Groves in 2014, yet more of his notes from the same fight. There is no we. The commentator should be on the periphery, explaining, not taking sides. Particularly in athletics, if you are ranting and raving in the home straight about one competitor, what happens if in a couple years there is a massive controversy surrounding that particular athlete? If you have been seen to be a cheerleader, then your credibility has been greatly dented by subsequent events. In radio, we have two weapons to go into battle with: words and noise. You have to use them in conjunction. You use the volume of your voice, the cadence, to build emotion. In football, obviously that's when the ball goes into the box. In boxing, two men are working away in the center of the ring, and the match is always in the penalty area, as it were. So you have to raise your voice when one lands strongly, a punch you deem significant. Again, that's experience. Costello's notes before Mo Farah's Olympic win in 2012. Once the crowd are going ballistic, you have to match them. The highlight of my career was Super Saturday in 2012, when Mo Farah was roared around that track for the 10,000 meters. It was as loud and intense as a 100 meters, for 25 laps. To know my name is in the BBC archives forever. Attached to that is a very special feeling, and that is what awaits these young boys and girls coming through. They probably couldn't dream they would ever come near something like that, but then nor did I. Competition open until this Friday. See www.bbc.co.uk. Young Commentator.